I don't remember this happened in the 7th or the 8th grade. I was like 12 or 13. It happened so long ago, and it's really so unimportant to me now that I've actually forgotten like details of it. It's like, oh yeah, that thing that happened, which is really kind of funny to say now, because when it happens, I mean, I can clearly remember specific details about things like the shoes he had on, and me reaching behind me to open up the lock. But I can't remember the date. But anyway, I was young. I was 12 or 13. And anyway, so he brings me to the courtroom. I'm to the book room. And I'm helping him stack books. And for say like a 13-year-old back then, we were watching like Leave It to Beaver, maybe like the Brady Bunch, Kukla, Fran and all, like all these little shows that like, I think, the I Love Lucy show was on, and Ricky and Lucy slept in separate beds. Like no one ever talked about sex or sexuality. It was not spoken of. So I go into this room, and he starts telling me, oh, you have really big muscles, and like it just started getting kind of creepy a little bit. And then he started to feel my chest and making me feel like do like a muscle, and it kind of got weird, and I was feeling uncomfortable. But I didn't know, like back then, teachers were like pinnacles of authority. You just did what they were like policemen. You just did whatever they said. You just followed the rules. So I just did what he told me, and then as he started feeling me up and it became more and more sexual, I remember getting erection and thinking, holy crap, what is this? I don't even think, I think I hit puberty when I was like 28 in college. So to have this experience at 13, I was really like, what is this? And then it started to become really aggressive. It started to become aggressive and violent. I didn't know what was happening. I kept thinking to myself, this guy's going to kill me. And then, it's really funny. I don't remember what happens. So I walk down, I get out of the room, and I walk down the hallway. There was a principal's office, and you take a left, and you walk across the front of Boston Latin School, and there was the main entrance and a statue and some circular stairs, and I walked down to the further across down to the corner, and there was a set of stairs there, next to the nurse's office. I remember sitting on the stairs, and I was pulling this white stuff out of my mouth, and it was salty. I had no idea what it was. Now I know it was semen. And for the longest time, I used to say, like, maybe I wasn't raped, maybe I just made this up, or maybe I had a psychotic split, but that semen, like, I know for a fact that I was raped. There was no question. So I go into the nurse's office, and I'm asking her to go home, because I wanted to go home. And it was really weird, because things were distorted, like, my reality was distorted. And the best way to describe it, it's as if I was in a Dali picture. You know the artist Dali, where everything is all sort of, that's what my world was like. It was totally up. And I'm trying to make sense of all this stuff. And I remember saying, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home. But it wasn't home to my mother. It was home to God. It sounds funny to say that because I'm not religious at all. I used to go to church and I would be sitting in the pews and I'd listen to the priest yap, and I'd be like, they don't get it. They don't have a clue. Because what they were preaching was hatred. Like, if you don't believe in this doctrine, then you're going to hell. And what I felt that day was that pure love. There is no room for hate. So for me, there was this disconnect. So here's this 13-year-old kid going home from school. Like, literally went to school, it's like a normal day. I come home from school and I'm like, what the f-? So this is all going on in my head, and I'm thinking, okay, you just got to get your shit together. It's like, I literally was on the train home like, pull your shit together, pull your shit together. And I come home, my mother's like, how was your day? And I'm like, fine. Like, I didn't say a word to my mother. I didn't say a word to anybody for years. Because at the time, I had no words to say like, oh, I was raped. Like, that word rape was not even in my vocabulary. I couldn't describe it if I had to. I just didn't have the words for it. So I didn't say a word. And all I wanted to do was just literally live day by day. My goal was just to get through the next day. It was just get to the next day. I'm happy to say now that at 51, I am very, very happy. I am still dealing with some of the after effects, but it's very, very minor. And life is good. Like, life really, really is good.